We have a very simple daily cancellation today. This will not be the soaring, inspiring speech that yesterday's cancellation was at least hoping to be. Today we have to deal with something not quite as important, but still worth complaining about for 5 or 6 minutes. I will let Yahoo Finance report the news. Here it is.
Buy now, pay later firm, Klarna. This one is landing and partnering up with DoorDash. In the coming months, customers will be able to use Klarna services to purchase groceries, retail, and a Dash Pass annual plan. And customers will have the option to pay for their purchases in full in 4 equal installments or defer payments to a more convenient time. Here, shares right now of DoorDash up by 1.5%.
We know that a lot of consumers, they've been pretty squeezed when you go to the grocery store. So the fact that we're seeing this buy now, pay later partnership for DoorDash, I think could be a positive, hence the share uptick that we're seeing today.
Yes, you heard that right. DoorDash will be introducing a buy now, pay later option to their service. So you'll be able to finance your hamburger. If you don't have the money to pay for your Chipotle burrito bowl right away, no worries. You can lock into a 15-year fixed burrito mortgage with a competitive interest rate of only 9.7%. If you need to free up more cash down the road to pay for a Dunkin' Donuts order or something, you can always refinance. And with any luck, in a few years, you only have $20,000 or $30,000 in fast food delivery debt you got to deal with. So this is a sound financial strategy. Yes, take on more debt for the sake of having a stranger with questionable hygiene drive your Wingstop chicken tenders to your door instead of just driving there to pick them up yourself, or better yet, making a meal at home. Axios has some more information about this exciting financial opportunity. They report, quote, Klarna will provide multiple payment options in DoorDash, including pay immediately, pay in 4, which allows customers to pay in 4 equal interest-free installments, pay later, which also allows them to defer payments until what Klarna calls a more convenient time. DoorDash rival Grubhub was already offering Klarna payment services, but DoorDash is the market leader in restaurant delivery services, commanding nearly 60% of the market. According to Earnest Analytics, making its move into BNPL a seismic moment for the payment option. In addition to food, DoorDash also offers delivery from a wide variety of other retailers. Quote, by offering smarter, more flexible payment solutions for groceries, takeout, and retail essentials, we're making convenience even more accessible for millions of Americans. That's according to the chief commercial officer of Klarna. So yes, smarter payment solutions. Silly me, I thought the smartest payment solution for a Wendy's double Baconator and fries is to go through the drive-thru and just pay the $8 for it, or don't buy it in the first place because you'd be better off eating roadkill. The rotting flesh of a dead raccoon that's been sitting on the side of the highway for 4.5 days would be healthier, probably taste better, and best of all, it's free. But the chief commercial officer of Klarna disagrees. He points out that, sometimes the smartest strategy is to take on actual debt, make yourself actively poorer for the sake of a greasy, soggy, room temperature hamburger. Dave Ramsey is rolling in his grave. Dave Ramsey isn't even dead, but he's rolling in his grave. He heard about fast food delivery financing and then went and buried himself alive. He just couldn't take it anymore. He's given up on the world and all of us. But remember, this is smart. It's a smart payment solution. Do you trust your internet service provider? Well, there's reason that you shouldn't. Depending on where you live, internet service providers may be required to keep logs of your online activity. In the US, it's even worse. ISPs can legally sell your browsing history. So what can you do about it? The solution is to get a VPN, and the one that I use is ExpressVPN. It's an app that reroutes my online traffic through encrypted servers so my ISP can't access it, and neither can data brokers or other third parties. You also have to trust your VPN. Any reliable VPN receives data requests from law enforcement and government entities. ExpressVPN received over 300 of these requests in the past year alone, and none of them resulted in any customer data being exposed. You simply can't hand over what you don't have. ExpressVPN doesn't keep any customer activity logs thanks to specially engineered servers that run on volatile memory. Nothing is ever saved to disk. It's private by design. I love the peace of mind it gives me when I'm traveling to work and have to connect to public internet that literally anybody could be on. Knowing my sensitive information is secure when I'm on the go makes all the difference. ExpressVPN works on all your devices, phones, laptops, tablets. It's easy to use. Tap one button and you're connected. Find out how you can get 4 months free by scanning the QR code on screen, clicking the link in the description box below, or by going to expressvpn.com/Matt Walsh Show. Even before this exciting debt opportunity, DoorDash already gave you the chance to take a $13 lunch from Panda Express and turn it into a $65 dining experience. And now when you add in interest payments over the lifetime of the Panda Express loan, maybe you'll be able to take $13 worth of Panda Express orange chicken and turn it into negative $100 or negative $1,000. The possibilities are endless. Now, of course, in theory, everyone recognizes that this is insane. Everybody on social media is having a lot of fun mocking the concept of DoorDash payment plans. But we all know that most of those people will end up actually using the payment plans. The siren song of the deferred payment for that sushi order will be too much for most American consumers to resist. After all, deferred payment means that I don't have to pay right now, which means that it's basically free. Currently, it's free then. As far as the current version of me is concerned, it's free. Future me, it won't be free for him, but for current me, it is. This is exactly the attitude that's allowed us as a country to rack up $1.2 trillion in collective credit card debt. Yes, that's trillion with a T. But really, the DoorDash business model, again, even without this payment plan stuff, should not be sustainable in the first place. Forget about the madness of payment plans for fast food. Even without that, DoorDash and Uber Eats should not be able to stay in business. It is an indictment on all of us that these services exist in the first place. Only in a society plagued by an epidemic of extreme laziness and extreme financial illiteracy could these companies exist. And I say that as somebody who uses Uber Eats probably once a week. So I am including myself in this indictment. I am part of the problem. We are allowing ourselves to be scammed in outrageous, gratuitous ways. So just to be more specific, I went on the app this morning to look at the breakdown of additional fees. And so just for example, I just pulled up an example. An Asiago sausage and egg sandwich from Panera Bread is $8.29, which is already too much. Panera Bread is already way overpriced, and it's garbage. But that same sandwich on Uber Eats is $18.61, and that's before tip. With the suggested tip, it goes up to $23.61. That's a tip that, of course, you're paying before the item is even delivered to you. You're rewarding the driver for good service before the service is performed. So that when the service is inevitably terrible, as it almost always is, and he delivers your food 45 minutes later than the estimated delivery time, and it's cold by the time you get it, and he appears to have taken a bite out of the sandwich, he still gets the tip. So that's how you end up paying $23 for an $8 breakfast sandwich. $23 for a breakfast sandwich. How does it get that expensive? Well, because along with the tip, you're required to pay a delivery fee and a service fee and tax. And as we know, the delivery fee and service fee are two different things. You might think that they must be the same thing. After all, the service is delivery, but no, they're two different fees. And if you want there to be any chance that your breakfast might be delivered sometime before dinner, you need to opt for additional priority delivery. So that's an additional fee. So that's 3 additional fees plus tip. And then you might think, well, shouldn't my delivery be a priority anyway? Why do I have to pay extra to make my delivery a priority? Shouldn't that just be basic customer service? Isn't that like an airline charging extra if you want a crash-free flight? You can have a regular flight, or you can pay a 12% fee for a priority flight experience where the pilot prioritizes keeping the plane in the sky. But that's the way it works, because we're getting totally scammed and ripped off by these companies. And now they want to rip us off even more. We shouldn't tolerate it. We shouldn't go along with it. But we will, because there's no price we won't pay for the sake of convenience. DoorDash could offer a new service where for a $20 additional charge, the driver will cut your food up for you and feed you like a baby, so you don't have to move your arms or make the slightest effort at all. And many customers would pay it. They'd even pay another $5 fee for the baby bird experience, where the driver chews the food for you and regurgitates it, so you don't have to deal with the effort of moving your jaw. There is no cost we won't pay for the sake of convenience. That much is clear. So this business model of taking food that's already kind of overpriced and making it so much more expensive, so that and making it so that it takes longer to get to you than it would otherwise if you just got it yourself. That shouldn't work. It should not be a sustainable business model, but it is sustainable. Payment plans for lunch should not exist, but they do. Nobody should ever take out a loan for fast food, but they will. That's the reality. And that is why DoorDash and Uber Eats and their payment plans and all of their customers, including myself, are all today canceled. If you'd like to see what else I have to say, you can access my full show by going to dailywire.com or by going to the Matt Walsh Show Twitter page. Hope to see you there. Godspeed.